Breaking out of YouTube's 300 view plateau can feel impossible. No matter how many videos you put out, it seems like you end up right back where you started. Maybe you gain a few more subscribers, but even those subscribers don't stick around for more than, an episode or two. I know this can feel paralyzing, but there's a solution. It's a framework that top podcasters use every day on YouTube to generate massive attention and growth. I call it the pyramid of reach. The pyramid is incredibly simple to use once you understand it, because you only have to track 4 metrics. This eliminates guesswork and confusion that plagues most YouTubers. So let's break down exactly what the pyramid of reach is and how it can break you out of YouTube's 300 view plateau. Welcome to Podcast Support, the show where we tackle the questions every podcaster needs answered to grow a successful show. Whether you're just starting out or scaling an existing audience, we break down the roadblocks, share practical strategies, and give you step-by-step answers so you can spend less time guessing and more time building the podcast you want.
Thank you for contacting Podcast Support.
Now, the pyramid is made up of 4 layers. Each one represents a different metric that we will be tracking, and as viewers move up the pyramid, they engage more deeply with our channel. At the bottom of the pyramid is click-through rate. Click-through rate is the percentage of people who see your thumbnail and title and decide to click on the video to watch. So really, click-through rate is a measure of the effectiveness of your titles and thumbnails. The higher the percentage, the better you are at grabbing people's attention. Now, a low click-through rate is around 1 to 3%. A medium click-through rate is 4 to 5%, and a great click-through rate is 6% or greater. The reason click-through rate makes up the base of our pyramid is because it is the first interaction point between a viewer and our content. It is really important because if this part of our pyramid is broken, nothing else matters. It's like having the best wide receiver in the world. If there's no quarterback to throw the ball, it doesn't matter how good that receiver is. They're not going to get a touchdown. So make sure you crush your titles and thumbnails. Honestly, you should spend as much time thinking about your titles and thumbnails as you do the actual creation of your podcast. If you don't know where to start with titles and thumbnails, well, make sure that you subscribe. We're going to have episodes coming out soon breaking both of them down. The second level of the pyramid is dedicated to average percentage viewed. This metric tells you how much of your video the standard viewer watched. For episodes under 5 minutes, your goal should be to get people to watch around 50 to 70%. While episodes longer than 5 minutes, you're looking at more 40 to 60% viewed. So while click-through rate told you how engaging your titles and thumbnails are, average percentage viewed tells you how engaging your video is. When a video performs under 40 to 50%, it tells you that something is wrong. Typically, there are 2 things that could be causing your videos to underperform. Number 1, your title and thumbnail doesn't align closely enough with your actual video. For example, let's say that you create a podcast where you promise the audience that you're going to tell them all about why dark chocolate can cause sleep deprivation. And then you spend the first 3 minutes talking about how chocolate was first discovered. While that information may feel important to you, it's not the reason someone clicked on your video. So a best practice is to fulfill on the value promise of the title and thumbnail within the first 10 seconds of the video. So if your video is all about dark chocolate causing sleep deprivation, maybe you show yourself awake at 3 a.m. because, well, you ate an entire bag of Dove chocolates because they were right there. And, that dark chocolate then caused you a bunch of anxiety and prevented you from falling asleep. I don't know. I'm not sure that's happened to someone, but, definitely not me. Last night. The second reason that your videos could be underperforming when it comes to average percentage viewed is because there is something broken in the structure of your video. This could be that there's, no hook at the beginning that forces audiences to keep watching, or if you're an interview-based podcast, that you take too long getting into the meat of the conversation. Whatever it is, average percentage viewed will help you understand if your podcast has a problem keeping audiences engaged, which brings us to the next level of the pyramid, likes. Once you have people watching your videos for longer, it's time to start spurring engagement. This begins with a simple like. Likes are the easiest way for someone to actively engage with your videos. If just watching a video is passive engagement, then likes, comments, and clicking the subscribe button are active forms of engagement. We start with asking for likes because it takes very little effort from the person watching. Luckily, getting more likes just comes down to asking viewers to like the video. But there is something to avoid. Don't just ask viewers to like, comment, and subscribe at the end of the video. By this point, 95% of viewers will have left, and those that have stayed are so used to hearing that phrase that they'll just completely tune you out. Instead, make your request for a like unique to your episode. For example, if you agree with this point, why don't you give this video a quick like? And if you disagree, go ahead and give the video a thumbs down. See what I did there? The fourth level of the pyramid is comments. Comments are the lifeblood of your YouTube channel. They accomplish two really important things for the growth of your channel. Number one, they tell YouTube that people are engaging with your episodes, which means that YouTube will recommend the episode to more people. And second, it gives casual viewers a way to begin engaging with your content on a deeper level. Your goal is to turn viewers into customers, whether that's through selling merch, a product or service, community features like a Patreon or something else. That all starts with getting viewers to comment on your episodes. Getting viewers to comment comes down to giving them strong reasons to comment. This is not something we can take a passive approach to. Instead, your podcast should be built around getting people to want to comment and share their opinions or insights. So rather than just presenting information and then ending the episode, ask constantly for the thoughts of your listeners. Give them specific prompts to respond to. If you're a news-based podcast, ask them for their thoughts about the news of the day. I mean, what do you think? Do you agree with this point? See, I can keep doing it too. How are you feeling about the episode so far? I'll keep moving on so you don't leave. Please don't leave. We got one more point. At the top of the funnel and at the top of the pyramid of reach is subscribing. It's not your final revenue goal, but it is a primary driver of reach and discoverability on YouTube. Having dedicated subscribers who consistently watch, like, and comment gives the algorithm clear signals that your content is valuable and should be shown to more people. Now, it's important to remember, YouTube evaluates every episode individually. This is something that's very different from, say, 10 years ago on the platform. The performance of your last video doesn't guarantee success for the next one. If an episode performs poorly, low views, low engagement, well, YouTube will limit its reach regardless of how well your previous content performed. That's where engaged subscribers make an enormous difference. When you publish a new episode, YouTube shows it to a segment of your subscribers first. If they immediately watch, like, and comment, it signals positive audience retention and engagement, which will trigger YouTube to push that video to a wider audience. This is why channels that begin to grow often experience a snowball effect. Engaged subscribers create early momentum, and that momentum compounds into reach, audience growth, and long-term channel authority. By utilizing the pyramid of reach, you can create a machine of engaging content that grows your channel. Now, make sure you subscribe to podcast support so you never miss new advice to crush your podcasting. And if you learn something new or you need more information on one of the layers of the pyramid, well, let us know in the comments. Now, go record something.
Thank you for contacting podcast support.